be hitting up Alex again talking about, can you edit that out of the podcast?
What I say night two?
Do it.
You know
What I say night two?
Do it. No edit.
This motherfucker
We
was
shooting
like,
from the hip, so go for it.
man, he said...
What's going on, everybody? You are checked in with the freshest crew. Welcome to another episode of All Points Podcast. I go by the name of Kyle.
I am Tim, but I go by the name of Suge White.
It's Mark Morrison, Midwest.
This goes A2.
This is Sam, a.k.a. the seance for Steve.
No, we ain't.
And we got a special guest on the show. Everybody give it up for Steve.
Steve! Oh, why you looking so bashful, Steve?
Hi, I'm Steve.
We got Steve on the show.
Man,
This is proof to all the haters.
Yeah.
That goes to you, Amari, you, Nia.
There were so many people that didn't think
right
I
out the gate.
existed, but I'm here.
That's right. It's coming from
Exactly.
you.
Right.
That's Steve, motherfucker.
Exactly. Steve be behind the scenes, if you didn't know.
Yes.
That's right. We got another member of the show. His name is Steve.
Well,
Steve,
You
keep
know.
it underground. 6 feet.
we've had that member. It's just, Steve he don't like to be visualized.
He's a
you know
very
what I'm saying?
private
He's very-
person.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
That is true.
But the show doesn't run without Steve.
Exactly. This wouldn't
God
be a thing without Steve.
I started this all points.
Exactly.
It was just all before I showed up.
Yes. Bring them all together like an old.
Man.
But man, we're back.
man,
Yes,
We're
we
back
are.
from a long weekend.
A crazy weekend.
still
Right.
ain't got enough sleep.
Nope.
Man,
Neither has
Knows
Steve.
what went down.
it's weird because we wasn't in different time zones, but we
Man.
still didn't adjust it.
We was in different time zones.
We
I
might
think
as well have
We
been.
was
right.
on 6th Street time.
Man,
Facts.
And
We were
what
saying
happens
hours
on
of the
6th
night that
Street?
we haven't seen in a
it's
long
broadcast
time.
on the All Points podcast.
Exactly. But yeah, man, we just came back from DreamCon and it was different.
Yeah.
You know.
It was different. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you want to get right into it?
Yeah, we got
wanna
to.
recap
I mean,
recap the trip.
We all know how recap episodes go. Let's hear
It was
Boo. No.
Should have been called Yam
These
City.
motherfuckers-
it was a lot of first timers going out of our group.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was cool. But for
Right.
someone who's been there since the beginning,
Oh, look at this guy.
you know,
Pat himself on
OG,
the back.
I was there cutting the ribbon, you know. I would say this was probably one of the weaker conventions for a lot of reasons.
I mean, like, in different areas.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
Overall, 200 people showed up. Congratulations, they grow. Or 200,000. Sorry, 200,000.
20,000?
20,000. Sorry,
Damn.
200,000 would have got
Sorry.
shut down.
All my numbers is off.
Steve, edit that out later.
Yeah. 20,000
I got you.
people showed up to DreamCon this year, which is cool. Congratulations to the RDC World
This man's
and
drunk.
DreamCon.
He still ain't got back.
Man.
Motherfucker is still like.
When we go to Rock Nation.
Sam had the twisted tea.
But I will say this was one of the weaker cons, but I think next year is going to be the year.
Why is that?
Okay.
Because I honestly I don't know.
Probably because it's like
this
they'll know what
motherfucker.
they're working with at that point.
You can't. The thing is, you can't build upon a foundation if you keep changing locations. And the reason they change locations is because they want to accommodate more people. So that's understandable. But it's also like every time you change locations, there's going to be a new set of rules, new set of where to goes, and new set of just everything.
And
so
a new set of hoes.
I mean, yeah, them
And
awesome
yams.
hoes.
Ah.
Them awesome hoes. They
Oh,
something
no.
different. They something different. But I will say, the overall experience, I say this was probably the better trips. I will say that. Like,
Yeah.
personally, this was the better trip.
That's funny because I was thinking about that too.
Because we actually said we was gonna do something, and we actually did it instead of just all falling asleep at like 9 o'clock.
I want to
that's-
stipulate again,
Damn
That's
right.
like subjective.
right?
You be falling asleep at 9 o'clock.
And don't let him trick y'all. He was falling asleep at 9
did,
o'clock,
but-
but he would wake back up.
But I would like snort some blow, and I would go right back to work. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you was holding you
Wait,
didn't
you
even
was
bring me
you
in?
was in my bedroom
What a jerk.
like that?
I'm just saying what happens in DreamCon.
Gets a broadcast on the All Points
No,
podcast.
I did not snort no blow.
I was wondering why I was, missing
just
some
joking.
product.
Fresh
I
over the
was
border.
not doing no blow. I don't want nobody listening for my job thinking.
Yeah, he had that serious.
Nigga, Kyle does
Sure,
cocaine.
hating ass Kyle.
Wasn't.
He had a serious
I
lack
was
of chicken.
pushing weight.
No.
You was
He had
pushing
a serious
hate.
lack of chicken, so he had a little chicken bouillon. He was breaking that shit up.
They give you a UA before the episode drops.
Exactly.
They're listening.
But yeah, that's my experience. I won't go into much detail. I'll let you guys speak.
I'ma
yeah.
I'm gonna say it like this, all right? In DreamCon tradition, as always, we had some issues with the badges.
Always.
So
It wouldn't be a DreamCon if things went smoothly.
right. I mean, I'll say it like this. This one, when you say it was one of the weaker ones, it was also one of the weaker ones of getting our badges because it was like we had to like cross the fucking Rubicon to get our badges and shit. So it was like normal there. But what I did not like, did not like, was the fact that there was an entryway all the way on the other side of the convention that we didn't know about. We went the last day, walked right in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true.
Do you think it was less people there? That way y'all could just walk in?
Everybody thought that it was going to be that main entrance, so they had to go in there. No, we could have just walked all the way around.
We kind of got lost.
I did kind of see that because I walked around in that area and I saw there was another entryway. I just didn't go fully explore it, but that was after Saturday, so
Right.
it just didn't matter anymore to me at that point.
True. But on a serious note, though, because of the app crashing, because of I will say because of us getting there at the time that we didn't have too much time to promote. But we had that room mostly filled. So I mean,
No,
that I was good with.
bro.
I would say it was packed. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really the only major thing that I had with it. The venue was good. I mean, it accommodated everybody. It didn't feel like you was butt to gut out there. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
No, it definitely wasn't meat to meat.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah.
I don't know where you was looking.
There was not a single time that I looked down and said, "That's a dick."
It definitely was cheek to cheek though.
Yeah, it was definitely.
you goddamn right.
I will say for my this is my first convention ever, and with it being DreamCon, it was a really nice cultural experience for me. I got to link up with so many people who grew up in that same era of when we did when we was
The other April.
Dragon Ball. Shut up, Steve. The Dragon Ball niggas back in elementary school, and people was if you talked about any anime outside of that, you was weird. But now it's we out there, we cool, we the people now, we everywhere.
What's crazy is I brought up Vampire Hunter D, and they were like, "You weird." So it felt like I was back in middle school.
No, I'd heard of that one there. I just never saw it. But I mean, there's so much anime here out now. There's so many obscure things that you'll never know it all at the end of the day. But I think our panel went really, really well, even though I kind of made somebody leave. But it was good. It was a good part of the panel. Probably one of my more favorite parts of it. I had a blast, and every time we were out on 6th Street, good time, fellas.
6th Street was definitely fun. Even though Steve didn't always get to go with you guys, but it was.
Steve was doing business.
Steve was handling his
Steve
work.
did what Steve
Post-production
does.
at the crib.
Steve made it that last night though.
Yeah, he did, definitely.
Steve was a real one.
Steve's been to a couple conventions. I think the thing that was a little weird.
I like how Steve talks in third
I
person.
Only
even
in
gonna
third
address
person.
Steve's like The Rock.
Yeah, yeah. Steve talks in the third person. I've been to other conventions, and just the way there was no separation in tickets or in press passes or anything. It was all the same. We've been to places where, if we're press, we get to go in a certain door, go in, kind of jump right in. But I mean, they had the equipment in one area, and then things was going in the other area, and then it was a lot of time just in transit.
Yeah.
Because of the way things were set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first day I thought my arm was gonna fall off from having to move that wagon around.
Man,
So I'm like, we back and forth. I'm like, I gotta take this thing up one more set of fucking stairs.
They
was
they
dragging
putting
the
you to
wagon.
work.
Dragging the wagon. I wasn't the only one that weekend. Death by Snoo. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know exactly.
That was one of the anime concepts that I did understand.
Yes.
That's
is
a
it?
way to go out.
Oh wait, you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of men that's like, you know, if it's got to be snoo and death, I'm choosing snoo and death.
I'm going out how I came into this world. What you mean?
Right.
Steve got to see Sam be assaulted.
I don't think that's the same.
Wait, you got assaulted? What? You
Yeah,
got
what's he
assaulted?
talking about?
Man,
So
like a
did you
peanut.
come in? Did you come
I
out
was
head first?
assaulted like a peanut. That
Yeah.
shit was crazy. Steve could tell you about it, or I can tell you about it. It don't matter.
Steve can tell you about what.
I
Sorry.
want to hear Gene's perspective.
Yeah, what's up, Gene? What's up?
What was your experience like this year?
I mean, it was cool. Obviously, it was predominantly our culture. So just to see, like, all of us in one place and we can just, like, it was treated like a family atmosphere. Like, nobody knew anybody, but everybody knew everybody, if that makes sense.
Nah, yeah.
But that was the vibe. Like, this black dude, he was, like, trying to, like, fill out some paperwork. He had his bags on, and I was just sitting there taking in everything, and then he was like, hey, do you mind if I lean on you? I don't want to tip over. I was like, go ahead. He, like, literally leaned up against me so he could, like, fill out some stuff. But I don't know, just, like, cool interactions. But
It definitely is weird being in a place where white people are the minority. It's like, it's a lot of black people there. And then Sam wrote on his Twitter talking about how you was at a place over the weekend where there was nothing but no whites.
I said I was in a world of no white people for
Yeah.
4 days, and then I come back and I see one white person, and my peace was ruined.
Yeah, it was
Like,
just weird. So
I would say this. I'm glad that there wasn't like fights or anything like that.
there's
Me
never
too.
fights at DreamCon.
There was
but
a
almost
fight.
won the courtesy of our own member, almost single-handedly started a fight.
No.
Wait, we get
Lil
talking
Uzi Vert
about-
wasn't about to do nothing.
He just want to rock, man.
He wasn't about to do
Rock them
nothing. He wasn't about to do nothing.
Steve wasn't gonna allow anything to happen.
I will say 6th Street was nice. I felt very safe out there. Like, even though there was a whole lot of people, because I won't lie, if that would have been downtown Wichita, oh, hell no. I would have been. Yeah, exactly. There ain't no way there wouldn't have been no gunshots, that many people around each other. But they was just chilling. They're just people with snakes,
there.
water.
But yeah, I was like, getting in a club down there in Austin is like so easy compared to getting in a club down here.
right.
Man got in the club with a fucking python. You can't even get in the club down here with just like some regular shit on.
You can't even have clothes too
Nope.
baggy to get in the club down
Yeah, it
here.
was just like
You ain't getting in with them shoes.
All straight legs.
Yo, they trying to pull you in out there in Austin. Like,
real.
come on, we got drinks,
oh,
we got
yeah,
drink
they
specials.
want your business.
Yeah,
Like that.
Like
Like that
lying about
one.
what's inside too.
Yeah.
Got
yeah.
everything. No, you don't.
It's like that one that had the rodeo dick. Them girls that was
That's a
outside.
dick.
They was really trying to just like fucking whip and get your ass in there. So
You want to come upstairs and ride this dick? Wait,
what?
you got the wrong pitch.
We got basketball
now,
too.
wait. Pause.
But yeah, man, 6th Street, cool. I'm glad that we did some big black side. Keep your eyes peeled for content. But I mean,
skip it.
outside of that too, it was just nice to see people out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It was in the triple digits the whole week, but
It was.
people
Ah,
were still
man.
out.
I mean, I was just absorbing
People
that
were
heat.
still out. Yeah,
I mean, it's just once you like get to where you need to, you in the AC, so
exactly.
Yeah.
it's all good.
That's an encouragement to get in them clubs and spend your motherfucking money.
But
So-
we have to talk
and-
about
and
the
buy a bunch of
superhero that was
water.
giving out free deodorant.
Oh yeah.
man, I'm
What a
so
guy.
glad- I'm so glad I got the picture of that dude.
He was probably the MVP of the night. There was a guy. He wasn't even dressed up in cosplay. He just had a sign that said "free deodorant,"
Look,
and he was doing God's work at the convention.
was.
So.
even though being fair, DreamCon don't stink.
DreamCon doesn't stink. It's
No, it
one of
does
the
not.
cleaner smelling
Yeah.
conventions.
Like
go-
I said, I've been to other conventions and
This one
Get a
smelled
little
the
ripe,
best.
huh?
Yeah.
yeah, you know when you can smell somebody outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all bad.
The girl from New York complimented my smell. It made me feel
yeah.
good. So yeah, it was
You froze
You
up
want
after
sandwich?
that.
good.
You froze.
She didn't get that sit down smell though, so
She didn't. But overall, good trip. Good Airbnb. Thank you, Sam. You know, even though we had to sleep on the couch.
Shout
Oh,
out to Carl
yeah.
the cockroach.
Got a ninja warrior crawling on the wall.
Man.
You
There-
made
there,
that choice.
there was a giant cockroach.
wait, you
There
got
was
you gonna have to
multiple
expand on
It
that
was
story.
more than one. It wasn't quite a colony, but it was some family members of it.
I like how I say it was a good Airbnb. Then we talked about the cockroaches.
You the one that said that.
I mean, if that's the worst of
it was-
our problems, then yeah, it's probably pretty decent.
That's pretty bad though. Cockroaches.
With a cockroach,
That's
yeah.
pretty bad.
Look, would you rather deal with a cockroach or would you rather deal with like gunshots down Martin Luther King Boulevard?
Shit.
Cockroach.
It just seems like every Airbnb, except for the one in Kansas City, that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But they get better and better. And the first one was the Dude Boys Ranch, where it was mosquito infested.
We doing it big next year.
Yep.
But
we getting a whole suite.
yeah, this one was probably one of the better ones, I will say.
I mean, next year we're gonna get a pool, all points pool party. We calling it right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Invite you and Steve.
y'all start socking away $25 a month. We got it.
It's like
easy.
can't get into the after party at DreamCon.
Oh man, yeah.
straight.
Y'all go for it. Yeah.
He like, I can't swim.
Sleeping on the couch again, motherfucker.
Nope.
I don't know if he
I
did.
done paid my dues. I'm not sleeping on the couch next time.
You ain't
but,
paid all the dues.
but,
I'm still missing $350, motherfucker. Like,
That's inside baseball.
You know what? Like I said, I can't sleep on the couch. All right, I need a bed.
also, fuck
I'm
Sam's
not big
recap,
enough.
I guess.
A couch is about
You
the
did
size of a
recap.
bed for
No, I
you,
didn't.
Alex.
What was your
Hey,
recap,
hey.
Sam?
it's
What
too
was your
late
recap?
now.
No.
Nope.
I want to hear from your recap.
Nope.
I could have sworn you recapped.
So, Gene, how was your cockroach experience?
I mean, definitely ain't used to that, but no, I went to sleep and then I woke up early, but nothing was popping off because y'all was still asleep.
I would.
So I went back to sleep.
Sorry, we don't have energy at
I went back
8
to
in the morning.
sleep, and then I woke up,
And his wallet was gone.
nah, my vision was blurry, but I seen like something on the ceiling, like a big like silhouette on the ceiling. I was like, I hope that ain't a spider. So I get up, I walk to the dresser, grab my frames, throw those on, and I was like, hell no. So I was like, who's the first person that can help me out? I was like, Kyle, I gotta
know
wake
why
up
you
in the
went to
morning
me.
and choose violence.
I'm not,
Like-
I'm not daddy of the group.
I gotta get busy, like straight out the gate.
Yeah, as soon as you
This
saw it,
punk
he said,
ass- This punk ass dude, he was like, oh, you on your own. And he just
Yeah.
like
Real?
grabs his shit to try to go in the shower.
I didn't have my glasses on, so
Should
it,
have called me, man.
it looked big with my glasses off. I was worried if I put them things on, how big was it going to be?
So I'm just like looking for an equalizer.
That's what she said.
And there's like there's like a broom, but it's like a half broom. I'm like, this ain't got enough. This ain't got enough bulk to it to do what I needed to do. And then there's this can of wall spray that shoots like 25 feet. I was like, bam. I could sit back with the distance, hit it at long range. So I pretty much sniped it. It went
Nah,
down.
you did more than sniped.
Yeah, Soldier Boy super soaked it.
So
That was
Super soaked that hole. It
yeah,
was
that
a done
thing rinse
deal.
off.
It just stayed there for like the rest of the trip.
Okay.
it's probably still
I was
there.
like,
I don't know why you left it
I
there.
just moved the desk back, and I was like, "This is gonna be here for the next,
I don't know why you left
the
it
next
there.
guest, because I shouldn't have to be putting in work like that. That ain't what I came to Austin for."
Yeah, we should have called the people. It was like, excuse me, there's a big ass roach on the
They gonna fucking message me talking about, what's this roach doing on the floor? I'm like, you tell me, motherfucker. What the fuck is this
Did
roach?
they really do that?
Y'all didn't
Nah, I'm just
advertise
saying.
roaches.
No,
See,
so
yeah, right.
R.I.P. to the Men in Black Roach.
Man,
He was looking out his window. He's like, I think that's a raccoon trap out there. I'm like, nah, that's for the roaches, man.
Yeah, it was a big ass trap out there.
But that wasn't the only one that we encountered.
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
that one
no,
that was on the porch too.
Yeah.
God, I had to do that.
And the one that made Sam scream in the middle.
Sam
of the
said,
night.
Yep. Sam came out. He's like, hey,
I do think it's funny how I screamed at that though. I opened that cabinet while I was trying to take a piss. Now it's like, oh shit! Yep.
I was like, oh, goddamn, another one. And then for like the next 30 minutes, we just sitting there in the group chat texting about roaches.
Yeah, that was
Nothing but roach jokes.
shit, that gift had me dying in the morning.
Man.
But I did have PTSD, like trying to go to sleep the nights after that. I like woke up in the middle of the night. I turned my light on my phone. I was just scanning the room.
Scan the area.
But I think like when we went out and I was like, we got done drinking. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to sleep. I'm tired. I'm lit. Time to go to sleep.
my
Hey,
sleep
man.
got better every night.
We had the best
glad.
situation. Me and my bro Jonathan, who isn't here. We had the bunk beds.
Yep.
It was like we were back in 7th grade.
Yeah. How was that? Did
Any
anybody
taller
wet
than
draws
Sam?
at the floor?
I was about to. I sure as shit was about to. But it was so like the whole idea, because I had some like. For
real? You had it?
Nah, because like I took the shower
had it
and then I let it sit in there for a little bit. I go into the room. This nigga is just knocked the fuck out.
Y'all were talking about he had what, sleep apnea or something?
Oh
yeah.
He would
He was
be out.
snoring hella loud.
Like for real, I slept
That
through
man
it, no
sounded like a
problem, though.
monster truck just next door.
Got like 5 kids. He probably don't get much sleep, so I'm pretty sure he took advantage of the sleep he got.
Oh,
I'm surprised he didn't hit you with the
Shoot.
But he woke up so goddamn energized.
This
motherfucker.
dude will wake up like a ninja and then go to Starbucks.
Yeah, woke up like G.I. Bro trying
Yeah.
to get everybody else
Come up, yeah.
dancing and singing. And I'm like, nigga, I just opened my eyes.
He waited till like I made a little bit of a movement. I was like, rolling over. He was like, hey, let me get your keys so I can go to Starbucks. I was like, damn, you fucking addict.
Yeah, he was every man for himself. Like he wasn't like, hey, I'm about to go to Starbucks. Anybody want some coffee or nothing?
Nope.
This motherfucker just dipped out, didn't say nothing. Everybody just see this large ass cup on the table. Like,
2.
where the hell did Starbucks come from, bro?
Yep.
Everybody in the audience give a big boo for Jonathan. Jonathan the not great. Nah,
Hey man, he did what they had to do. I don't blame him.
I do.
Cause I was I had to drop Steve off at a place to his friend's house during that trip, and on the ride home, I took advantage of it. I was like, this is nice. This is peaceful. I realized I couldn't do real world. I couldn't be in a house full of people because it was just
for like a whole
it was
month
too
or
much
couple
energy, too many different personalities. I had to get away, and like it sucked because my room was in the living room. So like I didn't have a room to go to like y'all did,
You
just like
could've.
to just go away. No, I
You
played my
chose
role.
to give me
I
the
did.
room.
I chose because I thought I was gonna bring an air mattress, so I wasn't complaining by no means. But
Man,
like
there was like one in my room and there was one in the other.
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
in your
you
room?
could have. Yeah.
no,
there
I'm
was,
not.
like,
I'm
two
not
that was
complaining
in
at
the
all.
house
I'm
that
not
coulda
complaining at
got
all. I said it on the show. I was gonna bring my air mattress, but I was just saying like y'all had rooms to go to when y'all wanted to get away from people. But like for me, my room was in the living room, so like it was around everybody.
Man,
so
you
like
was in there with your brother-in-laws.
I
dog.
was, but I will say, driving back to the Airbnb from dropping off Steve, I was like, man, this is nice and peaceful. I was by myself. I didn't even have music going. I was just driving.
So now you
drove
want-
in silence.
I did. I did.
I bet you took the long way home too.
I
huh?
stopped at a game store. Yeah.
I was worried for him for a second. I'm like, yo, he been gone for like an hour and a half. Is he good?
Hey, I took advantage of it.
He
'cause
too
I-
scared
I-
for Texas
I just wanted to
traffic.
get
The
away.
main one that's always like, oh, we need to ride together.
Oh, of course.
Now you understand.
No, I love it. I love the camaraderie. We had a blast coming back home. We didn't even turn on the radio coming
We
back
sure
home.
didn't.
We had fun.
Yeah, neither did we.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
He's
it's
an
just,
amazing driver.
it's just one of those things, sometimes you just need time to yourself. And
Yeah, man. Shout out to both Steve and Kyle for taking us out down to 6th Street.
Tim
those
drove
nights,
one time.
man. Oh, did you?
he
sure
drove that
did.
one time.
I wasn't-
Remember that
wasn't
time
there.
I almost had to go off on the car? You had to tell me not to go up
Oh
to their
yeah,
window.
because there was a
It
car
pissing me off.
Yeah, there was a car about to back away, but it never did.
Man,
Ah,
niggas
shit.
lied.
So, you think I fucked everybody up
What you mean?
What you mean?
during the first panel? Because like I kind of felt bad about that.
Oh, you talking about? Nah, you fine.
Okay.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
At the end, were you talking about his
Yeah.
friend?
When y'all was like, if you could do anything with no consequences.
What'd you say?
All right, never mind. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Let's just
Yeah.
go ahead and keep it pushing.
My
'cause
memory
you
is
don't even
bad.
Remember. That's
Kyle's like,
fine.
look, I don't slept and ate chicken since then.
Exactly. You right. You right about all that.
I will tell you what though. Even though you didn't ask me, Kyle, this DreamCon was interesting for me.
I did ask.
No, you didn't. This DreamCon was interesting for me though,
Mm-hmm.
because there was a day where I stayed back. All
Yeah.
y'all was like, "Well, we need to go take a nap before we go to 6th Street." Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I was like, "I don't need a nap," so I stayed back. I stayed back at the convention. I did my own little thing, you know. And I got to chop it up with some people who I never met before. Quite a few people. I made friends with about, I think, 5 or 6 different people. There was one dude, he makes music. He was like, "Where's your music?" I was like, "It's not out yet, but I'll follow you." So I followed him. There was a couple girls who were not friends. They became friends. And then there was one person in particular who existed. Maybe she was cosplaying as a certain Mortal Kombat character. I don't know. Potentially. Maybe. Possibly. And, we was talking for like a cool hour or so. And
You fumbled the bag.
we got to this point we got to this point where she was like, well, I need to get back to the hotel room and, I need to get out of this cosplay and get showered up and ready to go out on 6th Street.
Hints.
And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Like, maybe we'll see you down there. You can do the show with us. And then she was like, yeah. Or maybe, you can come back to the telly with me and help me get out of the cosplay. And, I froze up. And I was like, maybe we'll see you down there on 6th Street. I don't know. Like, maybe that'll happen. I don't know. Possibly. And then I got an Uber with some dude who didn't speak English, and I went home.
So you're telling me
She didn't meet you at 6th Street, did she?
Of course she did. Of course she went to 5th Street.
No, Steve. Instead, I got felt up by some random drunk woman at a bachelorette party.
Yes, that was interesting.
That was interesting.
It was like a full party, but they you can tell who enjoyed being there and who were forced to come. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them just had RBFs, and then someone was super happy, and then I guess someone was so happy that they decided to, kind of touch a little something.
But that's
The bride to be was very happy.
Yeah.
The one all in white, because
she looked in Steve's face and was like, "Hey," and I was like,
like,
she was about to risk it all.
she was crazy.
"Yeah."
Her husband to be gave her one hall pass. And she was about to use it on Steve. And Steve said, "No."
you didn't tell me it was a.
She didn't show me the pass. That's all that meant.
Exactly.
Nah, bro. Steve and I was just sitting there watching people fall off of the bowl the whole fucking night.
Yeah, shit.
Meanwhile, Mario Kart Midwest was over here fucking collecting mushrooms and
fumbling the bag.
That's cap.
Hey, Steve,
cap.
where are we at on the number on the show?
Cap.
26.
26. Okay, before we get into the second part of this recap, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with our special guest, Steve. And we're back to the All Points Podcast doing our DreamCon 2023 recap. We got Steve on the show. You can't see him, but he's
Steve.
here,
And I'm here.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah. So Steve does exist.
Steve does exist. People didn't say he didn't exist, but he does exist.
Right.
Absolutely. And he handles the social media.
So, raise your hand if you was caked up on this trip. That's cap. That's
yeah,
cap. There's 2 caps over here.
It might
Cap
be more than-
guns
I
right here.
sure. Well,
2 cap guns over here.
I'll sell those.
Two
Cap
Dollar
guns over
General
here.
cap guns.
All right, whatever.
you don't know what happened behind closed doors.
I guess the edible did hit because you don't know what you talking. You don't know what you
I
saw.
know exactly what I'm talking about.
Man, you really gonna get him tested after this
You had
episode.
narcolepsy the whole time. You slept through it. I don't know.
No, that's
Well,
that's-
what happened then,
that's
Kyle?
double cap.
There's
Hey,
literally
You can't recap what you never saw.
There's literally 6 hours of
I
that
can't
whole
recap.
trip
There's
where
enough
I was
capping
not
going
accounted
on.
for. And you know damn well that's right.
There's a lot of football. There's a lot of fumbling.
Boy, please. He said there was a lot of time that he wasn't accounted
Yeah,
for.
there was 6 hours where y'all was not around.
We went out every night.
True.
No, I didn't.
Except for I was gonna get to it. Except for sale.
I didn't.
Except for sale. He stayed back one night. Respectable. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not
respect.
knocking the guy.
Even though
for
Kyle's,
me
even
to
though
talk,
Kyle's
I'm not the one to
drunk
talk.
ass, this man was faded, and he was like, "I bet homie wouldn't want you to stay home."
I wasn't drunk. That was his act. But I'm not going to sit there and comment on someone staying back. You know, I respect the man's decision.
All right.
He came home and Sam always has to take a point to out-black us. You know, we came home and he was knocked out. Well, watch it, I will get you, sucker.
What, a Colt 45?
And he had a Colt 45 on his lap.
Nah.
Realize he did it.
It's like, dang, nigga.
And if you walked in this man's bathroom, you would see he had all the black people shampoo, conditioner,
Got buried.
the nutrients.
Can't choose.
He offered me watermelon.
Sam had juices and berries.
He was like, bean pie, my brother.
He had a menthol cigarette.
Before this haircut, he had a full afro.
He walked out the shower with a do-rag on.
I went to bed with a bonnet.
Some Newport 100.
Exactly. This man, we went to Raising Cane's, and he was like, "You know what make this real good?" I was like, "Some hot sauce." And this man go cut up a whole watermelon and ate it with his chicken. Cause Sam got to out black us the whole trip, and he did. He won the black award. And we was headed out of war.
There was some random dude at a no-name gas station who somehow in that short amount of time I had a parlay play running with. It was crazy.
But yeah, we all went out every weekend, every night except for Sam. He missed out on one night.
Yeah.
And
Respect.
it seemed like it got progressively better every night, you know.
It did.
But that last night, we were kind of partied out. Half of us was.
Yeah.
Because we knew we had a long drive the next night, even though we wasn't driving.
Right.
You know,
right.
Steve was driving. Steve was driving. Steve was also our chauffeur.
Yes, he
For
was.
the trip. But y'all decided to stay back.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, y'all heard some cats calling, and y'all was like, "Let me go ahead and see what this cat talking about."
I was like, let me test out this catnip.
Y'all want to go ahead and speak on what happened that night? Because, you know, I can tell you how our night went. We got tacos and went back to the hotel and went to sleep.
Right.
Hey, I want to say one thing. Thank you to whoever blew up my air mattress.
Oh,
Man,
it was
real,
my
real. Oh,
idea.
you're welcome.
You know,
That was a real one.
it was my
You're
idea.
welcome.
Oh, y'all got tacos.
I did it.
Oh,
It was his idea.
And they was actually really good.
Oh, yeah.
They were excellent.
So they
Hey,
were
y'all
like,
didn't,
they
hold
were
on,
like,
so y'all went to order us some tacos so it could be
Nigga,
way
y'all had
easier.
choice.
man.
We could
Y'all had
You was
choice.
chasing the taco, sir.
We could have slid the
Y'all was
money.
chasing that pink taco. We was out there getting them beef tacos.
All I want to say is that
so they
don't
wasn't
even
like
care
me
about
madres
us.
where they sat us in the
Right.
colored section.
No,
You can air up
They
the.
were way better than that
we
We
place.
gotta
need to
talk
get his
about that,
mattress
though.
aired up, but we can't come
We
back
do
to the
gotta
crib with
talk
some
about that.
tacos on the table.
Right,
Because
you can't
that
even,
was so
you can't
me
even
and
pack
Kyle
my
could sleep.
bags. I mean, like, what the fuck?
You know how instant Apple Pay is, where you would have got your.
Y'all could have came to the Airbnb with a stinky pinky,
You
but
know
none
what's-
of y'all came home with nothing.
You know what's crazy is that fucking Gene and I, we even, we tipped you. You couldn't even do that.
First of all,
Oh shit!
let me
pause.
let me get it straight.
He said the
First
wrong
of all,
word.
first of all,
gloves
I
is
drove
on.
the last night. I drove to downtown.
Yeah.
And these guys, I don't know what they was on. They was on one. But they was like, "You driving so well, Kyle. You drive. I'm gonna tip you. I'm gonna go ahead and tip you.
Hey, I just had a
I'm gonna
whole
go
bottle
ahead
of
and tip
champagne
you." Yeah, Gene was definitely on one. Mr. Champagne showers or
And I
whatever.
drank damn near a whole bottle of that.
So, I don't know what hype they was talking up, but I know they tipped me. I got the notification in my phone, in my watch, and it said, or Eugene in the background. I know he won't accept the tip while he driving. I'm like, this nigga want us to crash.
Man.
So I'm thinking. So I look at the phone. Gene tipped me $25, and Sale tipped me $5.
Receipts.
I had to make it even 30.
Eugene gave me four stars, or Sam gave me 4 stars. Eugene gave me 5. And we pull up because we had to pay for parking every night. Parking was $30.
Right.
So first of all, you
Terrible.
didn't tip us at all. You just paid for parking for that night. But
You're welcome.
But on the way home, come to find out, I was supposed to walk out with $50. Eugene tipped 25 and Sam only tipped 5, but I was like, hold up, I was supposed to have $50. I only walked out with 30. But
Hey man, that's free parking.
Right.
now it's parking. It said I tipped you.
It's monopoly rules.
No.
Like you good.
But yeah, man, we got tacos and we went home and went to sleep. Me and Tim had a heart to heart. And
Yeah, we did.
it was kind of weird, you know. Like, yeah,
First, I hated you for looking at my
I was tired.
he was all crying and stuff. And
I was
like,
not.
It's all right, man.
I believe it.
I'm glad you're here, bro. You know, but yeah. Then we went to sleep. But
Yep.
what did y'all end up doing?
I mean,
you know.
I like.
Nothing important.
First of all, let me also preface. When we was leaving,
What's understood?
we went to go. You know, you can't answer with that. You can't answer with that. Let me get that out the way. But when we was leaving, we met up with Steve, and Steve had to drop off his backpack, and he was just. I was like, all right, Steve, we about to head back to there. Okay, no, hold up. Let me rewind all the way back. Hold up. Okay, actually. No. Okay, I gave Steve the option. I said, you can go back with us, or you can go hang out with them downtown. And he was like,
you know.
he looked at the options. He looked at me. just tired, lonely. Then he looked at Seb and Alex just out there getting it.
Steve
He
knew
was like,
I was about that
he was
action.
like, I think I want to stay out. And I said,
Yeah.
all right then. So I turned back around. I went to the car. But I will say this. We played Big Black Shack on 6th Street. Had a good time. Got a lot of good content. Like I said, be on the lookout for that. And as we was leaving, Alex is over here just like, what, let's have one more drink. Let's go back out and have one more drink with the bros.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? You're
Yeah.
right. Let's go out and have one more drink.
Yeah.
I was like, let's do it. Let's do
Yeah.
it. So we're all walking back, and then these two cakes get a text message from some girl. I'm not going to say her name. She know who she is. And she going to go, meet us at blah, blah, blah. Be there or be square. And so homeboy was just like, oh, she thinks she a rapper now. And I don't think that's just a normal phrase that anybody says. But so these two cakes turn around and be like, you know what? We gonna meet them over there. So they're already gone. They're already bros before hoes is out the window when it comes to these two guys.
You had enough with the bros, right?
And then we walking with Alex, and then we get to the downtown area, and Jonathan's like, oh, I thought we was gonna film some more. And I said, dude, we put the camera up. Oh, he said, he was like, oh, well then I don't want to be here no more, because if we're not filming it, I'd rather just go back to the Airbnb.
Oh, that's
I said, but Alex wants to have one last drink with his bros, and he was like, I don't care, I just want to go home. And I said, no, man, we need to hang out. And then it hit me. And then
Jonathan is the worst. Don't ever go on a trip with him.
Jonathan's the worst.
That's the end of the story. All right. So we're
No.
So I'm telling you.
And then it hit me. I said, wait a minute. Alex is trying to holler at old girl. He ain't trying to have no drink with his bros. I said, that's just a scapegoat. He ain't trying to. Nah,
I was behind the scenes manipulating everything, pulling the motherfucking string.
Bro, I said, wait a minute. Alex just wants to talk to old girl. He ain't trying to have drinks with his bros. I turned right around and said, I'm going back to the Airbnb. I said, forget that nigga, man. Nah. So that's exactly what happened. I said, forget Alex. Forget everybody. I'm going back.
Story fucked up, okay?
No.
All right. No, that's not. Now the truth of it is, I did want to have another drink with the bros, okay?
But they were too watery.
Exactly. So you know what I was like? You know what? I'm gonna drink in y'all memory. I'm gonna act like y'all all down here with me.
I knew something was up when Alex said the line. He said, if you guys wanted to go back to the Airbnb, then why would we I don't know why we paid for 10-hour parking.
Right.
And then it hit me. I said, wait a minute. Alex didn't even pay for parking. Why is he tripping? I said, nah. He just wanted to drink with old girl.
That's not it. Okay. All right. See. The way that I travel, okay, I try to take in as much of the scene as possible.
Okay, yeah.
So, if we're just going to go straight home right before, it was probably like 10 o'clock or so. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like to maximize my experiences.
I can agree on that.
Exactly.
No,
So it only makes sense to push a little further than you normally would go. So here I am, trying to make the most of your trip.
Yeah,
my trip.
It's
Don't
like
make the most of my
You
trip.
got to create the moment within the experience.
Nah, my trip was done after Big Black Sack. I was ready to go home.
Man.
Knowing he had a 9-hour drive, 8-hour drive back home.
Hey,
But that was just one of the F-boy moments that these cakes had. But I do want to know how y'all night went, because I don't think Gene, he don't talk. He don't talk about his night. Is what's understood and got to be explained. So I want to hear from y'all perspective. Hey, how did the night go?
So we can't answer if what's understood and got to be explained.
No, you can't.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I want to know.
So check it. When you got it like I got it, you don't need anything.
Hey,
like,
what's explained is just bullshit for me. So.
Nah. Anyways, I bet Steve can tell us what happened.
It was a lot of fumbling.
A lot of fumbling of the bag.
Steve got trifocals on. He don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, Steve.
I saw good through all those prescriptions.
I tell you what. Tell it from your perspective, and
Yes.
then the rest of us can fill in the blanks.
All right,
I'll
Steve.
nod just so the audience is, if you're watching, you can tell.
And
it's true.
you can fill in the blanks too,
So
Yeah.
I'm Steve.
because you know even more post everyone else.
There's a
leaving.
lot of NDAs that were signed, so can't really say too much.
So, we got to live with, a lot of bleeps and a lot of blanks and different things like that. But basically what happened, there was two of them. and there was more of us than it was them, and everybody didn't go home with nobody.
Oh,
So-
really quick. By the way, Steve, thank you very much for the bevy. I
No, no
appreciate
problem.
that.
You know, we all needed a little pick me up. You know, so it's like, hey, let's get a shot, because
complimentary.
Eugene was over there fumbling on the bag. You know,
Hey, that's cap. That's cap.
no, I give it to you. You just dropped it, but
That's cap.
then Alex. I was like, hey, if anybody's gonna be successful, it might be Alex. But I was wrong.
Excuse me, sir.
Alex.
That happens.
Now,
But,
first and foremost,
it wa-
okay.
Oh,
First and foremost, okay. I'm a gentleman. All right.
And
So
a
that was
scholar.
not on my mind at all. All right.
You're right.
See, all I wanted to do is this guy.
all I want to do is.
Hey,
Did you get the number though?
Yeah.
props to him though. He fumbled the bag, but he went back for it the next day, man.
We ain't got that far yet. We ain't got that far yet. We gonna get there.
Playboy.
We gonna
Give it a
get there.
second.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. I need to let them cook in this first.
That's
just
why
made me
Alex and I
fumble
got to fill in the
twice.
blanks.
That's what that means.
Hey, if you got the number, I say that's a successful day.
success.
Whoa,
Because-
yeah,
whoa,
no.
I got hands like OBJ.
No.
You got knees like them too. 'Cause you gotta sit down.
For real.
Hey, 1-800 I call Cap.
You be setting
sit
yourself
down on
up
the
for
bed.
these.
I'm just saying, if you got the number, that's a successful day.
Yeah,
That's
Because-
funny. All right, so
you know.
for real though, the number was got the night before. So
Hey, I hear you. My hat.
you go.
If I had a hat, I'll tip it to you.
here, I'll
I'll
get
say
you one.
this. Sixth Street was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
You
6
know,
Street was
it
cool.
was,
I
it was
wanna
a lot of things going on.
Somebody got ran over.
A
by
lot
a
of
horse.
things to see. Oh yes, speaking of that, someone got ran over by a horse.
Not my grandma's reindeer.
That was some Red Dead Redemption.
I ain't never seen that.
What the fuck?
The cops wanted level went up.
You had to call the sheriff for that crowd.
I don't know.
Shit
But what
was
was
crazy.
funny is like everyone just like when it happened, everyone just looked and then he like laid down for a little bit. And then as soon as he stood up, there was a cop came out of nowhere and just snatched him up.
Where they look at him like this happens like every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
at least one person get ran over
I
by
was
a
talking to somebody
horse.
that lives in Austin, and I told him like, "Hey, somebody got hit by a horse." He's like, "Yeah, that happens all the time." He wasn't even surprised.
they got horse protocols.
It's,
Yeah, everybody
it's
knows
so
what
wild west in Texas.
Right. And then on the way back, there was like 3 girls walking down the street, and they just randomly started fighting. It was just it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just
And it was just like, yeah, we going that way.
going opposite directions away. So.
And y'all got donuts.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. We got tacos.
Not
y'all got
all
donuts.
of us.
Yeah, they got
all of
donuts.
us, You know? It was really fun. You know, somebody got a call about spoiled milk.
Ladies, if your man's calling you at 4 o'clock at night, Texas time, I don't even know what time SC time is.
Yeah.
But Texas time, 4 o'clock at night.
Talking about it. Is this milk?
What do I do with this spoiled milk?
Asking about some spoiled milk. Ladies, leave him. If he can't read the
Nah.
label on the
Number one, just don't pick up the phone.
I mean,
I know it was FaceTime.
you right.
You
It was
know
over
what it
FaceTime
was.
too.
Don't nobody
Hang up.
FaceTime for no spoiled milk.
Ladies, over spoiled milk.
It was like, where you at? Who you with?
My 2-year-old can tell when milk is spoiled.
Wait. What
my
time? Did you,
4-year-old.
what time did you say it was that he called?
It was late.
Like 4.
It had
Yeah.
to be like 3:30 or something.
Bars?
So
Hey,
they're like
bar-
an hour ahead of us
Yeah,
there. So
right,
it was
yeah.
even closer to the morning
This
time.
nigga
for
was
him.
waking up for breakfast.
You know?
and he called asking about some spoiled milk.
Some spoiled milk. She must have put something on him and had him thinking. And then the fumble occurred.
That's
But
tough.
it just felt like, when it came to, the women folk and the
So-
bros,
So
one outrated the other. And I'm not gonna tell you which one did.
So you never mind. Continue.
No, go
My
for
bad.
it, Sam. Go for it.
I'm just gonna comment on what he said, and then but I'm gonna just say I had to channel a little bit of Michael Jordan energy in a certain way. So I was like, fuck them bros.
Alex,
He said, "Give me the ball.
go
Get out
for
my
it,
way.
man.
Get off my way.
I'm about to
remember.
score," but he didn't.
And I was there for him the next day.
Yeah, he was there for me when I was crying about it.
Y'all want to get for the next? Y'all want to go to the next day?
Yeah, I mean,
Y'all want to go to the next day?
Well,
Y'all want to go to the next day? The day we were supposed to be leaving.
Since Alex is editing shit out of that,
I mean, it really is the next day. It was just a few hours.
so he can not for me, but
That's fair.
you want to talk about this on show or after show? What?
It's quiet in here.
What?
Dog,
You know,
it's all points. It's all points.
What happened at the hotel?
What you mean?
You know what I mean.
What happened at the what
Somebody,
hotel?
somebody blocked the box.
What hotel?
Oh no, that's off mic, man.
Wait, there's a hotel.
That's off mic.
What happened on the
That's off mic.
hotel?
Wait,
Somebody
no,
blocked the
no.
box.
That's off
We gonna
mic.
save it for the Patreon?
That's off mic.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Alright,
off
keep
mic.
that off
then.
mic.
All right.
I didn't even know about the hotel now.
So we'll just talk about
The next day, yeah.
we'll just talk
The
about
next day. You want to go to the next day?
So
Yeah, might as well.
you know, I'll say this: Alex was successful. You know, in what he do. This man, you know, he don't just play the game; he owns the whole board. And that's all that is to it.
But hold on, time out,
there-
T-Mark.
Hold up.
I'm gonna throw a flag on the
I want to
play.
preface. Well, before you throw the
No
flag,
flags for fumbles.
I do want to say they're respectable women. We're not.
Yes.
We're not misogynistic. we're not. No,
no,
Alex is a
Hey,
real.
hey, for
Alex
real.
is a real gentleman. Like for
Hey,
real.
for real.
Real. No cap.
Nope.
She was gorgeous, all right. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So yeah, I ain't mad at you. Now throw your flag on the play. Throw your flag on
All
the
right,
play.
flag on the play. So I remember getting back Saturday night, and then some particular person sitting across from me is putting the emphasis on what time we need to wake up. It's like, oh, are we waking up at 7:30? We need to leave at 8 because we need to get back to Wichita.
Yeah.
This nigga got all itinerary.
So yeah, he put the emphasis on like, oh yeah, we got to get up because we heading back to Wichita. And then like if this was Game of Thrones, I got intel from a little birdie, so I got the whole playbook, so I already know the moves. But anyways, yeah, I thought y'all was coming back,
I thought we was all
What
gonna
was
slide.
the name of the movie, Tim?
I thought we was all gonna slide into Wichita
What's the
together.
name- What's the name of the movie?
So
What
so
movie?
we wake up.
They were supposed to go see.
Oh,
we wake up-
Oppenheimer.
So
Yeah.
I'm just like, he just flipped the script and was like,
We was
yeah,
gonna
we
go
heading
see
back,
that.
but then hold up.
That was
You
the
know,
plan.
We
Things
gotta go do
changed.
this. He called an audible.
Nah,
Yeah.
he played a whole different game.
Hey,
I told y'all before we got on the highway. they
Your
were going
controller
back.
wasn't plugged in. He was still playing the game,
Listen,
Playboy.
man.
Like this nigga Alex.
This is exactly why I like to drive, because then I can edit my schedule.
So we're packing up. We're about ready to go. We're all about to hop on the road. We hug you. We say our goodbyes. Everything's
You didn't
about.
hug
We
me,
about to go our
motherfucker.
separate
Don't fuck
ways.
with me.
Nobody.
And we were like, so we about to head on. What y'all about to do? Oh, we about to go see Oppenheimer. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Tell me how it is. And we get on the highway. We're driving, and then it was like Fast and Furious. We stopped at the red light. We looked at each other, and we just went our separate ways.
Amen.
I'm thinking they about to go to the movie theater. They about to have a gay old time watching Oppenheimer. So we're driving, right? We're like an hour and a half deep into our drive. We're having a good conversation, and like he said, he gets a little ring from a little birdie, and they're just like, "Oh, are y'all coming to the convention?" And it was like, "Nah, we cool. We heading home tonight." And he was like, "Oh, so just gonna be these two then?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" And before we even got on the road, before we even went to Austin, these two guys shared their locations with me. So I pulled up their location.
I had to make sure it was all.
And
You
these
did.
Negroes, Sam included, because that's exactly the movie he was pulling, was still at the convention.
You can hate all you want.
Oh, I'm hating.
You can hate
I'm
all you
hating.
want.
I'm hating.
But shouts out to Rich Black Guy. We got him on Big
got
Black
him.
Sack.
I don't give a damn. I'll say it. I don't care. It's all for one.
I give you drinks and watermelon, motherfucker. What the
No,
fuck?
you gave him drinks and watermelon. Okay.
Hey, Kyle, I didn't get a press pass. It was all for
Listen,
one
Kyle,
stuff.
you would have caught it early if you would have been paying attention. See, I heard him say the theater they wanted to go to was like in Oklahoma or some
Didn't
other
even
city.
exist.
So the instant I saw them
it
turn, I knew they weren't going to the theater.
It was in Dallas. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I knew right away.
And then I started being an investigator, Kyle, because I started putting the pieces together.
was
This
adding up.
guy
Bro.
was reaching for the big black sack for no apparent reason. I'm just like, maybe he just wants it so he can go home and start on Big Black Sack version 2. I don't know.
What version?
He was reaching for it. I even had it next to me, and he even grabbed it and put it closer to him. So I was like, okay, whatever. Didn't think nothing of it. And I was like, wait a minute. That's why he wanted the big black sack, because they're going back to the convention. And so, but
It's
yeah.
not my fault. You had kids you want to go back to.
Oh,
Are you a good parent?
Because here's
we
my
got
thing.
kids, that's
Here's my
why.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like from the first time we went, the very first one in Waco, I had to go to work the next day. So I was
Yeah.
like, I'm never gonna do that again. So I make sure that when we coming back, I always take the next days off.
Exactly.
So I didn't even have to work.
Gene
on
had
Monday.
the day off.
So,
Why didn't you ask
like,
Gene if he wanted to stay at
So
the
to me,
convention?
I could have just got me a rental car, whatever.
Exactly.
And then I could have went and stayed at my brother's house. in
Exactly.
Arlington,
Nope.
Dallas.
No, there
Then
was
I
no
coulda
offer
drove
of
back
that.
the rest of the way.
No offer for that.
But
Nope.
This is where the All Points podcast falls apart, right? It's right here.
All
saying,
over
man.
him. No.
It was
So
the
it's
towers,
not-
Gene. The towers
saying,
were more important than you.
I'm sensing a lot of salt in this room, and you know,
Oh,
us as black
oh,
people, we
it's-
gotta like compensate.
I'm a little salty.
My blood pressure a little high right now.
coming from the guys who, first of all, stayed at an IHOP and drank some nasty sweet tea because he wanted to watch his computer
That was-
from the parking lot so no one would
Hey.
steal it. But they stay at the convention for 4 fucking hours.
Numero uno, motherfucker.
No.
That was cheap parking. And B, I was just, playing.
yeah.
I was playing my
Yeah.
role.
First, and let me amend that. It wasn't
You
cheap
out here
parking.
acting like I was out here trying to book, and I wasn't.
You know
Let
what?
me
At
amend
this
that
point,
first and foremost. It was free parking because it's free on Sundays, so I
didn't
didn't have to
know
pay
that.
for that. And then two,
he was dodging parking
Man,
the whole
he
weekend.
was planning it, man. He knew everything.
I'm sorry that we know how to fucking,
what point of like pulling the strings from behind the scenes did you not understand?
Hey, Alex was ready. Alex would plan a whole trip across the world for some cat.
I was actually thinking about flying back too. I was
was
like
a
this
pawn.
close to doing it.
He was contemplating flying back, and he was contemplating staying at the Airbnb an extra day. See, I'm just saying, it's just all
And-
that bro stuff
and-
gets thrown out the water.
And I had to work the next day too, so
And these, and my own
same
brothers in car number 1, because y'all was car number 2.
nah, I was car number one.
No, we
Yeah,
were
got there
car
fir-
number 1.
Nah, we got there first.
Better
car number
recognize.
one.
Anyways, in our car, they was like calling me out, trying to throw dirt on my name. Like, Carl, aren't you the main one who likes to stay home and blah 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 this and that and yada yada? And
Yeah.
aren't you the main one who's always like, we to get together and stuff like that? No, I made it clear. I said yes. I do like getting together with my brothers. I do.
Right,
But
right,
you will never see me.
You know what?
You'll never see me be like, oh, I love being around you guys. This is great. I enjoy this time. And
the homies.
then a day later be like, you know what, F them bros. I'm going to get some cat.
Hey, let's talk about it then, homie.
Let's talk
because,
about it.
I remember what you said night 2.
Uh-oh.
So,
What'd I say night
I know what you said night 2.
What'd I say night 2?
What'd he say? Nah, say it.
Because if I say what you said night 2, you're going to be hitting up Alex again talking about, can you edit that out of the podcast?
What'd I say night 2?
Do it.
You know
What'd I say
goddamn
night 2?
Do it. No
Oh.
edit.
This motherfucker
We
was
shooting
like,
from the hip, so go for it.
Yeah, he said, well, if we didn't patch shit up, I might just brought a bitch back
Oh.
there.
You know what? My relationship was on the rocks, but
Where was you gonna do it, huh? You was gonna be like, hey, I got this couch in the front of the
I come back, my air matches all the air out.
we would have did it right on top. We would have did it right on top of your computer tower. Nah, I wasn't gonna bring no one
He'd be like,
back.
hey, baby, we can watch. I'm gonna get you sucker for the 3rd time in a row.
I wasn't gonna bring nobody
Yeah,
back.
watermelon.
it's obvious use cap, but still, it's just that's funny as hell.
No, I honestly, and she's probably listening to this podcast, and honestly, I was worried about my relationship on this trip.
Good.
So like the first night, I was scared. I was scared that I was gonna be a single man, and who knows, Chiron would have came out. You know? I was scared. Y'all wasn't ready for Chiron.
Nah.
On 6th Street?
We've been trying to summon Chiron for like 2 years now.
Right,
Y'all ain't got y'all ain't got the right drinks.
All right. Next
I'm gonna
time.
call Cap, man. You needed hype up music just to take a little tiny edible, man. He was sitting there just staring at that motherfucker like
He texted Jonathan a song. He's like, hey, "Can you play this,
and
please?"
he wouldn't play it.
Alex gonna come out with this little salt grain of an edible.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
yeah, I was worried. I was worried about my relationship over the trip. You know,
Yeah, good.
ain't no shame.
Good.
But we patched things up, and I was happy. I was ready to get home. I was ready to get home to my boo.
He patched things up. He's like, "Fuck the bros. I want to go."
Nah. I still did what I had to do for my job. You know, I still, but ain't no way I'm about to be like, yeah, man, we about to go see a movie, and then we going at next thing you know, we're at the convention. And then this guy had the gall to be like, well, if we would have saw Oppenheimer, it would have been a 4-hour movie.
That's facts.
And I was like,
Where's the lie?
I was like, nigga, you been at the convention for 4 hours. What do you mean?
Where's the lie?
I mean,
we weighed our options. We chose the better option.
yeah.
And who among the 7 of us got rich black guy on the show? Okay,
I don't give a damn.
Nah, you bullshit.
Did he follow us on Instagram?
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Go look.
Okay then.
don't
So
But
Got like a reverb to you.
at the end of the day,
at the end of the day, we
we
put in
had
work,
fun.
and
Yeah,
you went
we
home.
had
So
fun. It was all for the games. I don't even care.
Yeah.
I'm just like, at the end of the day, I'm glad we all had a good time.
Right.
And it was funny because like, in all y'all own individual way, except for Sam kind of did too, except for Alex. They all kind of messaged me and was like, "Man, that was a fun weekend. I enjoyed myself."
Everybody had to message daddy.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all just messaged me, but everybody, messaged me and talked about how much they enjoyed themselves, how they got inspiration and inspired to, continue doing stuff. And then it was
Except
just
for one
it was
guy.
a fun trip. What?
The grumpy old man.
Oh no! Jonathan even said it. He was like, coming back to work is kind of like,
Oh, yeah,
like we
yeah.
want to get back into. It was hard to get back into the groove of normal life, and I thought, and he kind of said it in the trip how this is like a good trip. He had a good trip.
I don't know. He was kind of straddling the fence, like he might be hanging up the cleat. He might be hanging up the cleat.
Yeah. Oh, he says that every year though.
Yeah, exactly.
He says that every year. But
Hey, but we got to do a round of applause for Jonathan because he finally got on that panel at DreamCon.
yeah, that was
First.
Yeah, I will say it was beautiful to see all of us up there,
Right.
doing our thing.
Were we?
Until Kyle kicked him off.
I did. I did not kick him
Yeah,
off.
you kicked me off.
I did not.
First,
well,
so-
I did kind of kick you off the first panel,
I
but
was
you,
like,
but
damn,
you was
there's-
happy. You was happy to get off.
There's
He
no
knew where he wanted to
Yeah,
go.
exactly. He had a
on
seat.
this.
He had a seat right
It's
next
like
to.
you
Definitely
like y'all
had a seat.
purposely,
Yeah.
y'all purposely targeted
seat was
topics
kept
to
warm.
eliminate me from the conversation.
Yeah, your seat was upgraded though.
Yeah, I mean,
He got upgraded to first class.
Yeah, first class.
I'm
No,
like,
little
even on
bad.
the former panels, even if there was a little slot in there, I kind of threw the alley oop to like transition. I didn't get that this time, so I just felt pretty useless. But took my talents to South Beach.
Yeah, okay, that's cool, but we had fun, and I hope y'all have fun. I hope
absolutely.
I had fun
it
too.
was
check
it
your
was
text
worth
messages.
it.
I would love to do it again with y'all.
I hope
for real.
to.
Yeah.
Alex said, "Man, that was a fun weekend. I was inspired. I loved it." Shut up, Alex. So stupid. But yeah,
I learned a little bit more about each of y'all this weekend.
All of- yes.
you.
You didn't learn shit about me, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Did you learn anything about Steve?
Yes, I learned plenty about Steve. man. Steve is a
I learned a lot
trooper,
about Steve too. This whole little
and we're making sure we let you all know about
this whole
Steve.
utopia persona that I had in my mind
Right.
got a little tarnished.
Steve probably go to church more than all of us combined.
Guaranteed. Like,
But
I do.
yeah,
I mean, I'm probably runner up.
it was fun. I went on a trip with my brother-in-laws, and that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
So
yeah, we need to do it again, but this time go on a float trip.
I don't know about
Man,
that.
next time, man.
I say we just go back to Austin, hit up 6th Street.
Hit up 6th Street.
Or-
What was you gonna say, Sam?
We got to find Eugene's friend.
But I was like taking like when we're all in the same car, like the conversations was crazy. Like if we put mics in the whip, I think that podcast would go viral.
That's funny because we were saying the same thing when we was on the way down.
Like the NFL helmet cam shit.
Yeah.
But I
That's
was
funny.
like, it would. Me and Jonathan was talking about like it would be more convenient to fly, but if you do that, then you lose.
You lose
lose
the
everything
camaraderie.
else.
No, we don't.
Exactly.
We can get the mics on the plane too.
I'm tired of these mics on the plane.
I'm flying back this November
To Austin.
to Houston.
Okay. Just go to Trill Burgers and let me know how it is.
I got you.
What was you gonna say,
I'll
Sam?
send you one back.
What was you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Well, I think it's about that time.
I will say this though, it's always a good time every year that we go down to Texas to do this shit, and once again, I had fun with y'all, and I appreciate every single one of you. You know, I got nothing but love for every single one of y'all. And
Until some cootie cat comes.
all right, fuck y'all. I'm going to the restroom.
Then it's like I don't even know y'all.
There must be a girl in the restroom because he quit the show early.
He like, next time I'm poisoning the watermelon motherfuckers.
It's. I mean, I reflect what he says too. Honestly, yeah. So, all the jokes aside and everything like that. My brothers, all that. Except for my actual brother, fuck that nigga. But
Yeah, I agree, and I wish Jonathan was here for his opinion.
Yeah.
But Jonathan's also a bully at the convention, so I don't really want to know what he was gonna say.
Now we're gonna get it on the next.
Oh
one.
yeah, we're
exactly.
definitely gonna get it on the next
yeah.
one. But
We're gonna get his prime time special to
of course.
say what he gotta say.
But shout us out to Steve. He helped out a lot during the show.
Holding it down.
Coordinate.
Yes.
Coordinate.
I'm glad we got to pop y'all DreamCon cherries.
Why do you
Why
keep
y'all
saying
keep
that,
pressing
man?
Like that?
That's exactly what it was.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I was excited. Like I said, I've been
Yeah.
to different conventions, and this convention it was our people, and our people look a little different.
Exactly.
And it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Because I'll tell you, in the anime community, man, it gets a little toxic when black people want to cosplay characters because you get people
Who was
hopping
your
on
favorite
there.
cosplayer?
Free deodorant, man. And Static Shock.
top tier.
24-hour.
I disagree, but we'll leave it there.
Shut up. But no, for real. It was really nice seeing that there because I see so many black people get cussed out by white people usually for cosplaying anime people. And so just like seeing everybody out there just doing the thing.
And that's the cool thing about DreamCon is it's like it's not I'm the black version of this. It's just
you
I'm
are
that
that.
character. Yeah. So I love it.
So
Well, shoot, man, I think this is it's gonna call it a day on this DreamCon episode.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
again, like normal, like, share, and subscribe, all that stuff. Again, we'll probably be back at DreamCon next year, but in the meantime, make sure that you tune into the All Points podcast for your top tier comedic shit.
Exactly.
Damn
Don't just
right.
listen to us during the convention.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to us
And
all
be
year
looking
round.
out for Steve on social media.
Exactly. Look for Steve. I am Steve at social media. Yeah. And I think that's it.
All right. Well,
He just flips it.
once my boy Sam gets back down here to close it out, I guess he's not. Well, then I'm gonna just go ahead and close this out. This is A2.
This is Kyle.
Suge White.
Mark Morrison Midwest.
And Steve.
And we
R.
Out of here. Peace.